Hey beauties, just wanted to make a quick video here to kind of show you. I'm going to do a very quick face, but while I do that, I'm also going to show you like the variety of options that we have, okay? Because not everybody's skin is the same, not everybody wants the same level of coverage, like all that kind of stuff, okay? So I'm going to go through really quick with, like I said, just a very simple out the door look for me that I love, especially on my rush days, but kind of show you some of the other things that we have to offer. So I've already done my skincare, so you know, I've done my serum and all that, and that's all set on. Of course, primer, we have our original for, you know, your everyday skin. We do also have moisturizing primer now, which is new, so this is my absolute favorite, especially in the winter. So let me get some of this on here. And keep in mind, it is a crime not to prime, okay? Your makeup, you do not want it to set in your pores, and by putting primer on, you're going to allow your makeup to adhere to your primer. So when I put my primer on, I do like to just let it sit for a little while. And even though I'm not going to do a very crazy eye, again, original primer, hydrating primer, we've got both options, okay? Even though we're not going to do a crazy eye, I'm going to show you our eye primer as well. This just kind of helps your eyeshadow stay on, also to help you get your eyelids to an even tone, so that looks better as well, okay? So let's just get this on here real quick. On the eye primer, I do like to kind of just put a powder over it, so I don't get any creasing. So I'm just gonna dab this on real quick. And this is our translucent setting powder. Kind of like Mommy Grammy Magic Eraser. It's amazing. Just kind of helps give us that airbrush look when we're all done and preserve our makeup throughout the day. So, okay, primer's done, eye primer's done. And I'm going to go in with, again, just since this is a simple look, if I'm going to do a really dramatic eye, I normally do my eyeshadow first and then go in with my foundation. That way, if I get any fallout or whatever, I can kind of clean it up. But again, we're just going to go super simple. So as far as foundation, of course, we do have our Airbrush Finish Spray Foundation. We have our original liquid foundation. We have a very full coverage stick foundation. This is great for somebody who's got dry skin. And then of course we do always have our BB cream or tinted moisturizer. I am going to use our spray foundation because I'm obsessed with it. Try not to make this video blurry here. Just a couple quick sprays and let's see. You'll see with this, a little bit goes a long way. And I'm going to kind of stipple this in. If you do like this, you kind of tend to get swirls and not very full coverage. So I'm just going to kind of, again, stipple this in. Of course, we want to blend it right into the hairline. I always blend down my hair mess. And you always want to, of course, blend down your neck. That line is no fun, okay? Look at that coverage, y'all. Isn't that crazy? Totally evens out my skin tone. All right, that's it for foundation. So the next thing people are always afraid of, which is so easy, is contour, okay? Easy, okay? So for me, I like to contour in here, make my face look a little slimmer, kind of like an instant diet. And my nose, it's not my favorite, so I do try to slim that down a little bit. Forehead, if you wanted to make it appear smaller, you just want to put some contour in here. If you've got a smaller forehead, you just want to go kind of all the way across, okay? So real quick here, let me show you what this looks like. Well, let's do this first. I'm just gonna go all the way across to kind of give you an idea. And my real quick nose job. And I do like very pouty lips, so I'm gonna go right under here. Okay, so now that we have the contour out, I'm gonna show you how to blend that out. Got just a damp beauty blender. You don't want it to be too wet. If you're kind of concerned, you can always wring it out and then, you know, do it with a dry washcloth, that kind of thing, and it'll get it just to the right. I mean, you don't want anything to come out when you squeeze it, okay? So again, oh, you know what? I forgot, hang on, a little bit more of my diet, instant diet. And put some underneath my jawline. Okay, let's blend it out. All right, so we got that all blended out. And again, you know, this is just a fast look. So I'm gonna go in here, and you can, when you are doing your contour, you can do it with a darker shade of foundation, kind of like I did. Ooh, let's get that off there. You can do it with a darker powder. I will kind of show you what I have if I want to do it with a powder. So I'm just gonna go over this real quick here. This is just my shade of pressed powder. Just gonna kind of set all that here real quick. I'm not gonna use a whole lot. Okay, so that was my skin tone. Now to highlight under my eye, I use a lighter shade. And then if I wanted to contour, I would use a darker shade, okay? But let's just get a quick eyeshadow on. Let me show you some of these eyeshadows. Y'all, I've got days and days of shadows. Voila. Options, options, options. Voila. This one I took my favorite out and put in my bigger palette. That one. Same thing, I took that one out. These you can replace. So instead of, when you run out of your favorite color, instead of having to ditch the whole palette, you can just pop in a new one, which is so cool. So there's those. But look at all these pre-made palettes we have. We have our neutrals, which is our palette 1. We have our palette 2, which is our beautiful smoky. Palette 3, which is our pinky plums, smoky still. Palette 5, y'all, hello, look at that bad boy. Absolutely gorgeous. Palette, oops, I skipped, I messed those up. This is palette 4, so your more earthy tones. Put those back in order. Palette 6, which is rose gold all day, mauve-y, absolutely gorgeous. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, gorgeous. And last, look at that. All right, let's get into some eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with the color Dauntless. This is going to go all over my, forgive me, trying to get in here so you guys can see. This is going to go all over my lid. These shadows are primer infused, so they're absolutely amazing. They will stay all day without creasing. All right, so we got our base color. I'm gonna get my blush here. This is kind of like a blush highlighter kind of color. I love it, as you can tell, obviously. This is called Pearly. So I use it as my blush, and I also use it on my eyes as well. And I just kind of go a little bit above that contour that we put in. Okay. I'm gonna take a smaller brush back into this same one. So you can see that just gives us a little bit of color. And I'm going to go in with our highlight, which this is Benevolent. And I'm just gonna pop this on the inner crease to kind of open the eye just a little bit. And again, this is just a very, very simple look. Like out the door, quick. And then a little bit underneath the brow bone. So there we go. And I'm gonna blend all that, no worries. Okay, so we have our eyeshadows done. So I'm gonna go in with our brow palette. I have been with Younique a little over 3 years. This came out shortly after I started. I've never ran out. So lots of pigment, lasts forever. We've got the lighter color, the darker color, the wax to keep it in place, and then of course the highlighting to go around it. So let's get started. So I will outline with a darker color to get the shape that I want. And rule of thumb, start, crease, end. Okay, as far as placement. So again, I go go in with the darker color just to kind of outline, and then I go in and fill in kind of just short hair-like strokes in here with the lighter color again to kind of give it just that more natural look. And to soften, I just use the spoolie side. All right, and we got that one. Big difference. All right, let's go in here and we're gonna outline first. Just turn this way so I can see a little bit better, but sisters, not cousins, or cousins, not sisters. They're never gonna look the same. I mean, let's just be real. So there we go, there's some brows. And to do some eyeliner, I am actually going to smoke the bottom of my eye just a little bit. I'm gonna use the color Marvelous. Just that really dark brown there in the center, second row. Okay, I'm gonna go in here with our liquid liner. This is our Dip and Draw in black. It's got a very, well, very precise line here. anybody's lashes get in the way of their mascara? Or is it just me? It drives me nuts. Again, I'm just doing a simple line for an easy look. But if it was a more glamorous look, I would be a little bit more dramatic with my liner. All right, there we go. And if you want to be a little bit more dramatic with your liner, we can always go on the bottom waterline with our black. And yes, don't pull very, very hard on your eye, please. There we go. So definitely kind of opened up the eyes a little bit more. And I'm just going only on the waterline. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna throw on some blush. Bear with me. This is my daughter's favorite color. I would have never used it. Looks gorgeous on her. We're gonna try it. I may look like a clown, fair warning, but we're gonna try it. Okay, okay. Okay. Wow, what do you know? She might be right. Had this color for well over a year, never used it. Now I know why she's always trying to take it. Guess I'll use it more often. Okay, so we got a little bit of blush on. I am going to go in and prime my lashes, and then I'm going to go in again because it's a very simple day with just our regular mascara, which is our Epic. Not waterproof, not 4D, nothing like that. Now, primer, I used to think it was always just to help your mascara look better. It's actually to help your lashes, so protect them, condition them, that kind of thing. Plus, it does make your mascara look a little bomb. So, we're gonna look a little funny here with white lashes for just a moment. Bear with me. You think, yeah, white lashes? No. So I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. I'm gonna go in with our Plush liner. Just a beautiful nude color. Let me sharpen this here real quick. Personally, I don't overdraw my lips. I love big, fluffy, pouty lips, but I just can't get down with overdrawing my lips out. I don't know, I just can't do it. Maybe someday. I love this by itself. I love it with a gloss, but I absolutely love it with Successful Splash Liquid Lipstick. So we're gonna go in with our mascara, and then we're gonna finish up with our Successful lipstick. And again, this is just our regular Epic mascara. No fibers, no waterproof, just our regular wonderful Epic mascara. So here we go. And if they get clumpy or you you're happy with the way they look, you can definitely go through them with our lash comb. Now for the trick. Oh, where's my brush? This spoolie. Bam. I don't even have to mess up my simple eye look. Alright guys, there we go. Simple, quick. And let's finish with a little bit of highlight and lipstick. So going back in with that Benevolent, what I went for under here and in the crease of my eye, I'm gonna go right over my lip. And don't worry, we're gonna blend all this out. Alright, second eye look a little silly. When in doubt, blend it out. Right, now for my favorite, Successful. Now this tube literally will last you forever. I always clean it off because literally you just need a tiny, tiny bit. And this dries to a matte finish. And it is definitely smudge resistant, which is very nice. It's not, you know, waterproof and all that. You can get it off, but it is definitely smudge resistant. Is that not beautiful? Oh. Nothing better than a quick, easy look. And it makes you feel 1,000 times better. Love you, ladies.